All right, we're good. We're streaming. Welcome to the fourth episode. I think it's the fourth episode of
After about 30 minutes.
of the You Know Ball Sports podcast. Hey, chill out, bro.
After about 30
We have
minutes of
had
prep.
plenty of technical difficulties. If you know any audio engineers, video producers, anybody that can help. If you want to get a start on a career, help us. Please.
Or if you know somebody that could help fix computers for the love.
And Wi-Fi.
Either of those.
Yeah, give us
and if you could hook us up with some fiber optics.
For the ski.
Some Ethernet cables. Something for the love.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially in the NBA in terms of the playoff picture, in terms of the MVP race, Defensive Player of the Year. So we're actually going to start out with we heard their All-Star weekend. We heard Draymond talking about Jason Tatum, Stephen A. talking about Jason Tatum, about his MVP case. What are you guys' thoughts about Jason Tatum for MVP?
It's apartment wise. The greatest thing ever.
My God, no. No.
Oh,
No.
Hey.
Oh, did he just give up? Where'd he go? Was he on his computer or his phone?
Bro,
God.
He just evaporated like he was in Avengers. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh,
right,
bro.
We're just gonna ignore that. All right.
It's hopefully Scott comes back.
Oh.
What was you talking about, bro?
Talking about Jason
Tatum.
What are your thoughts about Jason Tatum winning MVP?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like Tatum's not really like an MVP type dude. I know they keep putting him up there at the top of the list and stuff, but I feel like he can't be winning it over someone like Luka. I feel like that's crazy. Even like Tatum, he's weird. Like, he's always on a good team, but I feel like that's about the only reason they're ever trying to give him the trophy. It's like kind of just goes to the best player on the best team. But I feel like he's not a better candidate than Luka, Shea, or even Giannis, really, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think if it was like 10 years ago, he would have been the MVP frontrunner. But like since Westbrook won it, they changed the whole criteria. Like it used to be best player, best team, best or top 2 seed minimum. But after Westbrook, I think they finally realized that like that's very flawed because that's why Shaq only has one MVP. Even somebody like Kobe, that's why they only have one MVP. Yeah, I think it's actually better. It creates more gray area though for like just the criteria, but I don't think like with the numbers these guys are putting up, like Luka, Jokic, like Embiid when he was playing, Giannis.
Yeah, like
Shea.
it's a solid stat line.
Yeah,
but like we got Jokic pretty much averaging a triple double. Luka putting up 35, 9 and 9. Shea putting up like 35, 5 and 5. Like he's just not really. He just doesn't. It's not gonna pop off the page. Only MVP he really got a chance of winning this year is like Finals MVP. Really, in my opinion. If they give it to him, people are gonna be really mad about that.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean,
What did
when I
Draymond say about it? I didn't see that.
he was saying that he won't be able to get it until he wins a championship because he had so much success from an early age. So I mean, it's a fair
True.
point because Shea hasn't really, he had the one series in the bubble, but he doesn't really have the playoff success. But I think his level of consistency, I think he has the most. I think it's like 45, 30-point games in back-to-back seasons, and he's the first person to do that since Jordan. So, like, I think just his level of consistency, even though his stats are kind of similar. I mean, he's averaging more points and he's way more efficient, obviously. But I think his level of consistency every night, like you know exactly what you're gonna get from him. So, um, yeah, with Tatum, he's just. I mean, he can shoot 5 for 20, and they can still dominate because their team is just that good. But um, yeah. So who do you have? Who do you have winning it right now?
I mean, they don't be giving Luca no respect, so I feel like they're gonna give it to Shea. I think Luca should win it, in my opinion, if the Mavericks could get it together. I think the Mavericks are a sleeper team when we talk about playoffs. I think they could have some real success in the West if they could just string it all together in the right way. I liked all the moves they made at the deadline. They kind of figuring out what they want to do with Luca, giving lob threats. PJ Washington, I think that's a good pickup, a good fit for them. But I'm thinking it's going to be Shea's year to win as long as OKC can stay in that top like 3 to 4 range. They'll make it, and he'll get the MVP nod, and especially if they stay at 1, because Edwards' stats have fell off a little bit, and they've gotten ahead of the Timberwolves. So the Thunder stay at 1. I got Shea winning it.
Yeah. I honestly think Shea or Jokic, just because. I mean, like we'll see where Luca finishes, like in terms of, or the Mavericks finish in terms of standings. But I mean, what are the Nuggets, like a game behind the Thunder, or like half a game or something? Like they're
Um,
all clustered together. I know that, but
yeah, I could go look. Yeah, they all look. Yeah, they're a half game back, Minnesota and them.
yeah,
So they're all like 42, 18, or 19.
yeah. It might just depend on, honestly, who finishes first, or I don't know if they play again, but if they play again, that game will be circled. But yeah, I think it's one of their year. But Luka is definitely getting disrespected. I mean, it's not even fair. And I think they're sleepers
You,
too because they got Daniel Gafford. He hasn't been
like
playing.
these are good
Yeah, they got
pickups. Like
PJ
they got
Washington.
depth. Like that's a solid squad.
Yeah, you hear why they got rid of Grant Williams?
I know he was wearing the Tatum's. I do remember that, but
They said
was there more said on that?
they said he was yapping too much.
I wait, hold on. I was listening to Jeff Teague's podcast earlier, and they were like, he just talked all day, and they said they just wanted to get rid of him. I'm telling you, like the Mavericks, no one wants to play them in a series, bro. Like
Oh
if
no.
you got Kyrie and Luca, if you play in a game and they both get going, that's 70 to 80 points right there.
Yeah.
Then you get the two bigs that are gonna get a free like 16 points each just off free lobs, free dunks.
Yeah.
If Tim Hardaway, who's the most inconsistent player ever, but you got him out there, PJ Washington, I think he's nice. I've always liked him, but allegations and off the court
Hey.
drama with bro. But I think he's a really good player. So I think that's what that'll be. He gives them a lot of lineup versatility too. I like what PJ brings, so they can play small ball. He can play a little defense, stretch the floor. Definitely an upgrade to me over Grant Williams if he could
Yeah.
keep his act together. No issues.
Yeah. I think the less Dwight Powell minutes we get,
I mean, yeah, like how is he a starter for so long in the league? I'm not saying he's like terrible, but it was just like this is the most Luca made player ever. Like Derek Lively, like as soon as Derek Lively started playing, everyone was like, "Dang, why didn't we do this sooner?"
yeah, like you could see like the first. I remember the first game they played against the Spurs. Like he was killing them. He was frying them just because. I mean, all you need to be is athletic and know how to set screens and move without the ball.
and just roll.
Yeah, like you don't even need to be able to
So,
shoot at all. Like, and that was the thing with
and Lively
Porzingis.
could hit a couple. He could hit maybe one or two, but
yeah, like that was the thing. I think that was why Porzingis didn't work because I mean, he loves that pick and pop, and he's not really making that big back up like when Luka's driving. So, um,
yeah, I heard people talking about if Luka and Jokic play together, but I don't really think they fit.
yeah,
Like they'd be good. Like they make it work. They're good basketball players, but Luka needs that like uber athletic dunk everything, block shots on the other end, defensive anchor, athletic rim running big. That's what he needs.
yeah,
They got Derrick Jones too, and I know Jaden Hardy. He don't always, but he's a bucket too. So I mean, I think they got a lot of pieces to try and make a run. Just depends on where I think they're in the play-in right now. So
yeah, they're 8th right now.
yeah, they got you no telling with that. Like if they get locked in with like the Thunder round one, like that's a toss up series in my opinion. Like that would be some good hoops. Like
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the play-in they have the Suns, the Mavericks, the Warriors, and the Lakers. So that would be we have to get our popcorn off that one. In the
how do
East,
you like
huh?
feel the play-in has like changed the landscape of it?
Yeah,
Cause like the regular season almost means absolutely nothing now.
yeah, especially with the Heat
Like Bronin,
coming
yeah,
in
like
and
the
the Lakers
Heat, they
all deep.
yeah, like the Heat are probably in the play-in right now, but they could be matched up with whoever round one. And I'm gonna be like last year the Kings had a great season. We're like the 2 seed. And I'm like, the Warriors are about to beat them. It's not even surprising.
Yeah,
So I liked it better when you had to like work, but now teams, then you get in the play in and you're like, do we want to play the 1 or the 2 seed? Are we winning this game and losing this one? Like it's a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah. I think they should have like a. You remember when they had it in the bubble? I know the format was a little bit different, but like if you were ahead by a certain amount of games, you wouldn't have to be in the play-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should go back to that because, like, if a team is 7 games ahead, why would they have their season in jeopardy from
Yeah.
a below 500 team? Like that, those are two
Like the
completely
East
different
playing
teams.
is bad.
Oh, it's horrible.
The West play-in makes sense though. Like the Hawks are
Yeah,
in the last play-in spot. Like there's two sub 500 teams in the playoff picture. Like
yeah,
no one wants to see that, but at least in the West, like you go 10 deep and everyone's got a positive record, so it makes sense. But
yeah. The East is just. I mean, if
what are the Hawks gonna do? Like
Milwaukee is coming around. They're coming around. So I mean, the Cavs.
they're figuring it out.
Yeah, they won 5 in a row, 7 of the last 10. The Cavs have been on a little skid, 5-5 in the last 10.
You see, they said D Mitch was getting like injections in his knee today, like that playment rich plasma.
Yeah.
So is he good or is he gonna miss some time?
I mean,
Or is this the setup to the New York era? Is this the setup?
No,
Is this it? Is this it? Is this the one? Is this it?
I'm tired of hearing that. They're like, oh, he wants to be in New York.
There's
Bruh, it's bad.
with him on the court, I think they're like people won't like it. They're a long shot, but I think they're a contender with the moves they made this year.
Yeah, I would say a dark horse contender.
It was really slept on last year how bad the spacing was. Like it's not an option to have no spacing in an NBA game, and they were playing a playoff series with 3 non-shooters on the court, but that's just crazy. Okoro's even made strides; he's been hitting his shots, but there was no lineup versatility.
Yeah, when you don't when you get beat at what you do best, which is playing bigger than the other team, you have no chance. Like we were supposed to
Yeah, I
be
mean,
bigger, and then
they don't want to see the Knicks.
it made Mitchell Robinson look like Will. It was it was very
Definitely
funny.
don't want to see the Knicks.
Jalen Brunson did. He had a non-contact injury. I think he had like a knee contusion or something because he left the game. But like first like 2 minutes against the Cavs or 1 minute. But I don't know how long he'll be out because they already have Julius Randle. He'll be missing, but they still beat the Cavs though. So we'll see what
I was
Miles do.
watching that. I was like, well, I mean, with everyone out, I did see bro hit Evan Mobley with the in and out, looking like
Disgusting. That was
he was looking like a
disgusting.
god, sham god on the court, prime Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, that
Get
was
to my Lou.
that was disgusting. But
Very crazy,
another
Lay.
team is
How we feel about what'd you say?
no. Go ahead.
How we feeling about Brian hitting 40K, man? Talk to me. Like, does this
I
matter
don't.
in the GOAT debate? It sparks up every time he does something.
Yeah.
I see it. I just see it flare up. It's a dude on TikTok watching every Jordan playoff game. The discourse never stops. Like, what are we saying?
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it doesn't change my mind. I already thought he was the greatest before he even won one with the Lakers. But
With the Jordan poster in the back.
hey, it's just a dope poster, man. It's a dope poster. But yeah, I thought he was the GOAT before. I don't think longevity. Wait, let me ask you this. So, what is your like criteria for being the GOAT? Like, is it how much do you value like how good of a player you were in your prime, and then longevity, like accolades, like how do you like value each one of those?
So, like, it's odd because people will ask me who I think the GOAT of football is, and I say Tom Brady. They're like, why? I'm like, 7 rings. But also, he was in his times. He was breaking all those records, like the seventh when he finally got Randy Moss, like
Yeah,
16-0 records. Boom, boom, boom. Then he showed that no matter what situation you put him in, he could win.
yeah,
Team was mid, clock manager running the ball. The short little receivers, they could only run like little slant routes and all that. He could do that. You give him the deep threat, he could air it out. So I was like, he's proven he could do all that, and he's just a winner, super clutch, 28-3 comeback, like moments like that, you know. When I look at Jordan, like great player, 6-0, to me, like it kind of stops there because he only ever had to win in one situation. When you see LeBron, he went from the casting, he's dragging these dudes to the finals. And they both had their eras where they were doing that. So like, but everyone will say like they'll just discredit the Jordan one because it happened earlier. It gets held against LeBron because he'll drag teams to the finals. And he did it at the young stage of his career and the like he's 38 doing it in like 2018 or however old he was, like
yeah,
36, he's carrying them. And then like he's the all-time leading scorer and he's a pass first player. He's got like 11K assists, 10K boards. He's won the rings. He's beaten all the allegations. Like a ring with 3 different franchises. I don't know what else one player could do. There will never be another career like this. No one's copying this.
yeah,
Literally no one.
yeah. I think that like I mean some people brush over Jordan stuff and then others um discredit a lot of stuff, but I think that his like he was just so much better than everybody else that it wasn't even like you couldn't even comprehend what you were seeing because back then they had like 6'2" shooting guards. Like nobody was
Like have you watched the game? Like if they played a team like if you took like the Detroit Pistons and they played like the who's like one of the like better 3-point shooting teams. I won't even say like the Warriors because that's not even fair. No one's guarding Curry because they're gonna see that and think it's witchcraft. Say they play like the Celtics
yeah,
and they see Porzingis and Al Horford in the game,
yeah,
Derek White and Jaylen Brown on the wings, Tatum up top. So you see this floor spacing, and now Bill Lambier's got to come out the paint. Rick Mahorn or whoever is guarding Al Horford in the corner. Like the game is so much more advanced, and there's no discrediting the Jordan. It's just like, that's just a player that was in the perfect situation for the prime of his career and just never had to leave it. That's really what it was. He played with another all-time great his whole time. Like he didn't have to leave. It was just what it was. And then we didn't get to see it too. Like if Jordan played in this era where everything was so under the microscope, every time he missed a shot, the little game winner in the 32nd game of the regular season, there'd be the Jordan Hater Muse Twitter account talking about he's missed every game winner and shot attempt. he has the benefit of playing in the 90s and playing when he did and being the only player with a bag, really, and just being so advanced. So it's just like, but I just think LeBron he's done it all. You can't hate on someone who's done it all. Like Jordan did it all, but LeBron has done it all plus even more. He's broken all the records, like 40K points. No one's done it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do the same thing with Wemby, because I mean he's on a trajectory to, I mean, he could be the GOAT. Like it would be believable like if you just told me he's the greatest player of all time. But like with LeBron, like when he came out of high school, I mean there were of course haters, but I would say a lot of people like loved him a lot more than they did like when he left to go to Miami or when he started speaking out on off the court stuff. But um I feel like when Wemby he starts winning, he's gonna experience the same thing. Maybe even worse because he's a foreigner and because he's 7'5", they're gonna use that to discredit him, and because people just they'll say it's unfair or whatever. But
they're gonna be like if he was 6'9", but look, this dude's doing in and out step back threes. Nah, I see the highlights already on Twitter. He gonna be like, I can't catch every Spurs game because it's not just on national TV, but like it's way too easy for him already. And he's posting near quadruple doubles on minute restrictions. It's coming. If he stays healthy, he'll be in the. No one's gonna be surprised about that. And then if the people that say like LeBron now turn into like how Jordan fans are right now when Wemby's doing that, then it's biased. But when you see it, you gotta know the talent. Like he's the next evolution.
Yeah, like it's so obvious. I mean, like when Jordan came in, nobody was doing that. Like, what he averaged 28 his rookie year. Like nobody's doing that, bro. And then
I sound crazy.
And then LeBron came in immediately, could do everything on the court. His team is garbage, dragging them. And then Wemby, he literally does literally everything. Like he could be the best. He's already like a top 3 defensive player. Probably top. He might be the best defensive player of all time.
I was about to say I think he should win Defensive Player of the Year. Like they got to give it to him.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason they're not is because their team is just god awful. But
I think they're tanking. Like Pop is too smart. They're trolling. I think they're trying to get that. You see the scout, the other dude from like France. He's in like I think his name. He's like another 7'3" dude like him. Like handle dunk.
I thought that kid was 13. Are you talking about the one that's coming out?
No. Yeah, they trying to get someone in the draft next year. Imagine they get like Rob Dillingham or somebody, or they got like a couple picks. They made some trades. They form a big 3. They get one high draft pick. They sign someone in free agency. Then they go for it next year. I think they really just this year they just never cared. We were running Jeremy Sochan at the 1.
Sochan.
Like, come on.
Yeah, that was yeah, I'm not. I've already spoken enough about him. Yeah, that was. They were not trying with that. They were not trying.
Devin Vassell and the boys. Vassell could hoop, but
yeah, Vassell could.
He be shooting the ball like he be playing like he the star.
Yeah, they gotta know. They gotta know who the main attraction is. I mean, like he's literally just unfair. Like he just puts his hand up, lay the ball up. Like
that's why he's playing on a mini hoop, bro. Like I saw him dunk on dude, and he just like he shot a hook shot, but he never shot it with any touch. Like he just threw the ball in the hoop. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's unstoppable. Like,
yeah, I'll say probably After he gets his first or second ring, that's probably when the hate will start to ramp up. But
You think he end up staying in San Antonio his whole career? I feel like he's gonna be destined to leave at some point. That or like someone's gonna come play with him, like Luca or something.
I
That would be a
think,
crazy duo.
oh my, I think anybody would want to come to the Spurs. I mean, like get Trey Young there. Oh my gosh. Like if they can
That's
find a
see
way to
that's
get
narrative
Trey,
because yeah, yeah.
bro, it's
Because you
over.
could take any of these guards that are all offense would thrive with him. Like that's the perfect duo.
Because he could
You could
cover up
take all your
everywhere.
you could take a break on defense. You can get cooked off the
Bro,
screen. He's playing two. He's got a hand here. He's taking away the lob. If they do
man,
get to the rack, he's sending it. That's the him and Trey Young. That I haven't heard that one, but that would just be Trey Young would be feeding him. If he misses, oh, he might have cooked because he gonna have the one out of Atlanta soon, right? Because like they
bro,
just,
they gotta
what
get
have they been building out there? What are they cooking?
them. They're like the
Like they got great players, but none of them mesh. Like who
yeah,
thought DeJounte Murray and Trey Young was like really the duo?
and they
Whoever
traded
thought that,
and they
I
traded
think.
4 first-round picks for Dejounte Murray. Like I don't know what they were
And like
trying.
they were shopping him around all of trade deadline, but it's like they probably wanted to get a bunch back, but it's just like he's a great player, an all-star caliber guy, but not a 4 first-round pick guy.
Especially if not for that team when they already have somebody who does what he does but better. And I think his reputation as a good defender has been sweeping his defense under the rug lately. Like he hasn't been like obviously the more offensive load you take, the less you can play on defense, which is fair to
Also, him
it's
playing the
fair.
two.
Yeah.
I feel like he thrived on defense when he was a bigger one.
Yeah.
And what is up with that now? Like I feel like the trade packages have just gotten out of control. Like back in the day when you used to see a big trade, like when Chris Paul or Carmelo Anthony got traded, and you saw 4 people get traded in some picks, it made
Yeah.
sense. But now you got like Pascal Siakam going for like 3-4 first rounders,
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray.
You remember the OG and Anobi ones? Those trade rumors?
Like what is like how many picks did OG end up going for? He probably went for like
Yeah, I know it was actually lower than what some other people were offering. I don't know if there was something else in there, but yeah, these trade packages
it's
like Halliburton for
so many more
Sabonis.
teams, bro.
I mean, Halliburton had a horrible game the other day, 0 points, but yeah, after the in-season tournament, they they're a different team now because they got rid of
Yeah.
Buddy Hield and then Siakam, or they got Siakam, so they turned
The
into
Siakam deal was interesting to
yeah,
say the least.
yeah. I mean, I mean, in theory, I see what they were trying to do, but I mean, it went away from their strengths of run and gun. I know they wanted to try to play more of a less, I don't know, gimmicky style, but we'll see if they figure it out though.
I would have liked it if they were gonna plan to like play Siakam at the 5, but
Yeah, like
with
small
Miles
ball.
Turner, I feel like it's an awkward fit.
Yeah,
It sounds good on paper, like they probably cold on 2K, but
yeah,
it's gonna throw a wrench in your real style. I would have liked to see Siakam go somewhere like he would have been a good fit in like a okay, not even like OKC. I don't know. I feel like he's an awkward player to
he is
try
an
to like
awkward player
put somewhere.
because he can
He
shoot,
was a
but he's
good fit
not.
in
He can
Toronto.
shoot, but he's not a shooter. It's
He could have helped like Philly if Embiid was
yeah,
healthy.
true.
Like that would have been okay. That could have been some help, or like he could have played on like a. But see, like half the teams don't even be contending.
Yeah,
It's rough. Like yeah, I heard like rumors of like Phoenix trying to get him, but that was that.
yeah.
I
Phoenix
don't
was
like.
trying
I
to
don't
get.
see how either.
They were trying to get.
Yeah,
They were trying to get Miles Bridges too, but he said no.
He likes it in Charlotte. He loves Charlotte, bro. But I love Miles Bridges, but Charlotte is just they haven't been good. That's what, bro. Imagine LaMelo Ball and Wemby. That's the other one. The league wants that. Adam Silver wants that at some point. That's the one.
Sure, I want that.
It won't be in Charlotte. LaMelo will be gone, but that is the one. If they could ever do that.
I mean, they would have had no distance.
They could have. It was possible. I don't know why they didn't just lock it in. They didn't want him in Charlotte. That's really just all it was. Adam Silver was like, we can't have this dude go to Charlotte. But he wanted it badly.
They had all the rappers. They had just bad PR. He didn't want to run all that.
He wanted it badly, bro.
Yeah, Charlotte is interesting. Because, I mean, even their coach was talking about the roster. He was like, bro, our roster is not good enough. Which is, I mean,
it's just
pretty crazy to say.
So many mismatched. But if
they have talent.
If you could get it together, like you got a good top three, it's just everything else is crazy. Like LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, and Brandon Miller are great players. Like just the rest of it is so mismatched.
The best thing for Brandon Miller was that they got rid of Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier because they were just. I mean, they have a bunch of guys who just do the same thing, and they got rid of PJ Washington. Like those are all shots that, or just not even shots, just touches that he could take because he's actually. He can actually play make a little bit. So, like if you don't have LaMelo in the game, like you can put him at point for a little bit. But yeah, I think Brandon Miller. I liked him over Scoot Henderson coming into the draft.
Man, Scoot it's looking crazy for Scoot, man.
Yeah,
looking crazy for Scoot, bro.
I mean,
Brandon Miller, I like him over Scoot too.
Because we saw Darius Garland's rookie year, like he was. I saw somebody say he was statistically the worst player in the NBA.
I remember that.
And then he started hooping after
I do remember that.
Well,
I mean, it's probably a hard adjustment for Point. Like he'll be cool. Like we saw him play in the Ignite and stuff. Like he'll get it together. He'll probably have a nice little breakout second year. But and the team is just also awful.
Yeah, and it's Chauncey Billups. I think he has dirt on the Trailblazers front office because there's no way he's still at the job. There is no way. He is one of the worst coaches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's bad out there.
Like what has he been there? 3 years? This is third year.
Probably like this second or third.
Yeah, because I think the first year they traded away CJ because Dame got hurt. And then last year, Dame was just averaging like 40 a game, but the team was horrible. And then this year, they got Duop Reith playing big time minutes.
I don't know what they got going on out there. Yeah, it's Chauncey's third season, but
it's time to send out the black SUVs for him.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, but you got anything else you want to talk NBA before we go to the combine?
I saw something that said there was somebody they said that Jokic was like he's entering GOAT category as a player, like especially on offense, like particularly on offense. Like they're saying he reached a higher ceiling than Steph and KD, which I agree with.
He's more multi-dimensional. Yeah. Like if that's what he's coming with, you can't really argue that. He's like LeBron, but like taller with a better jumper. Yeah. That unguardable BS fade, he'll just knock in. He's a combo of Dirk and LeBron. Like he's got Dirk's athleticism and shooting, but LeBron's IQ and playmaking. Like that's just all it is. Yeah, like you can't guard him.
Yeah, I think where he separates from, well, not really Curry and KD, but where he separates from Curry is obviously his, like, he's so inevitable. Like you already know what's about.
It's imposing.
Yeah, and he scored.
Like it's bully ball. It could be finesse. It could be whatever you want, bro.
He could just score so easy. Or like when they do that, that pick and roll with him and Jamal Murray, and then they have Aaron Gordon sneak on the backside for the lob. Like it's literally there's nothing you could do. Like with Curry, there's some things you could do. Like you could trap him at half court. I mean, he's obviously gonna run around and relocate, but like if you trap Jokic, like you're doomed. You have no hope. And KD is the same
He's
thing.
really. KD, there's more you could do, but I mean, like, of course, when Steph or KD get going, like, you basically just got double and make them pass. But
like,
Jokic, like, it's just
with Jokic, like the lower scoring his games are, the more concerned you are. Like the worse your team.
Yes. Like all them games back in the day where he used to be putting up like 50 in the playoffs, they were losing.
Yeah.
They were losing. When he goes 20-20 or like 20-15 or like 16 points and like 16 assists, it's over. It's done.
Because he still has
that means the team put up 130.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's got like 35. Michael Porter Jr. hit like 7 threes. Aaron Gordon's got about 4 dunks.
Yeah.
KCP's got like 15 points too. It means everyone's eating.
I told somebody this before, but in my opinion, I think he's the second best player I've ever witnessed. Like, just in terms of his production, like now obviously he's not the defender or the same level of defense as like Giannis or even Kobe or something like that. But I think his consistency is just, I mean, you just can't, you don't even see that, especially last year when he shot like 61%. This year, what is he shooting? 58. Like it's just not
probably
even,
so crazy.
It's not even fair. But
he's 58 from the field right now. If I had to think of like players that were like the most like unstoppable forces, I think of young LeBron when he put up like 34 out of the last 35.
Yeah.
I think of Steph when he was like in his worst, like his craziest bag where he's just like walking over half court shooting.
Yeah.
I think of Harden a little bit. I think a little bit of Harden when he was on his roll.
I mean,
because but that was also Luka's in there. Giannis is in there. Like that finals run, Giannis was crazy, but he was doing it on both ends. Yeah. That's what I'm saying with Curry and Harden. Like they affected the game on one end. Yeah. I guess Jokic is like he's not the greatest defender either, but I would think of that. That would be like kind of like a list I would start. Like Bron, Prime Curry, Harden was crazy. Like because he used to just he was inevitable, but it was 30 free throws inevitable.
Yeah. The only reason why I have
his teammates was just selling them though.
The only reason I'm a little bit lower on Harden than a lot of other people is just because of the free throws. Like you can't play that way in the playoffs. Like Luka, LeBron, even Steph, KD, a lot of their stats go up in the playoffs. Harden, he has to play.
Brooklyn KD was nuts.
Yeah, he has to play a completely different game just because, I mean, they're just not calling all those fouls. Like Luka, he plays a similar style, but he lives in the paint. Like he can get to the mid.
Luka way more physical.
Yeah, way more physical post up game. Like that's why I say I take Luka in a heartbeat, and he's more efficient too. So.
Yeah, he's just a better player. He's a better player.
Prime Harden was crazy though. I saw something.
Never forget when we was watching the one game and they missed 28 straight threes.
Oh my gosh, bro!
We wanted them to win so bad.
Game 7? Oh my goodness! Chris Paul was hurt.
They were selling.
We would have won.
They were selling, bro. Yeah, bro. Jokic's up there though. Him and like a prime Bron. And like those other but as far as scoring and passing, him and then Luka up there though. That's that guy. When he did that 1 year to the Suns, I was like, all right, man.
It's really every year he makes the playoffs. He just killed the Clippers and the Suns.
Yeah, I mean, but, there was a time where Kawhi was like that too.
Oh yeah,
I thought he never would miss a shot.
Bro,
I thought he would never miss, bro. Raptors Kawhi was on a mission.
I remember that Maverick series when they play, first round. Oh my gosh, they went down 2-0 and then he was killing them.
There was like a young one. It was a long time ago. I was younger when they played like the Grizzlies. He had like a back and forth duel with Gasol and Mike Conley. This dude was not miss. Every time the ball left his hands, it was butter. I was like, this might be the greatest player of all time. It was crazy.
That was 2017, I think. Yeah, I remember that.
He was literally making a GOAT campaign before. That was all the way up until he got his ankle took out by bro. I was like, they're gonna actually beat him.
Dude,
like this dude is him.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Zaza was looking a little peculiar. He had to take him out.
Zaza was on the Zaza, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Actually, he knew exactly what he was doing. But all right, let's talk about.
They do the deal.
Let's talk about the combine for a little bit. So Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, they did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. What do you think about that?
I mean, I get it. Like they probably. I mean, if you're Marvin Harrison, you probably only could hurt yourself for real at the combine more than you could have helped.
Yeah.
Like, say he ran like a kind of slow 40, they'd be like, oh, da 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 da. Yeah. His tape speaks for itself. You know what he's about to come do. Like as a receiver, he got all the tool. He go whoever gets him, he gonna go crazy. Yeah. Caleb Williams, the same thing, but he could have did something if he wanted. But I think they both gonna still go top 5 regardless.
Yeah, I think both of them would have only dropped their draft stock. I mean, I think Caleb Williams could have thrown.
He could have thrown a couple passes on some like Zach Wilson, little pro day, but maybe he gonna hold that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like if they had a pro day, to be honest, I don't even. The combine is just like it's just like
the combine is washed.
It's like a camp. Just
let's be real. The combine is washed.
Like there's times I'm like, am I looking at the Olympics or is this football? Like, what am I looking at?
What are wide receivers bench pressing for?
Like, what is? I think only one quarterback ran the 40-yard dash. It was Sam Hartman.
Like bro, it's a lot. It really like, and it's just not like they're. I'd say the only couple things that like kind of matter are like the agility drills, the sprinting, but you're not doing it in pads, so your numbers are going to change. I mean, the route running is cool. It's on air. I mean, I could at least see that. But like the drill where you run back and forth doing this, like,
bro, I hate that drill. When are you gonna?
It's trash. The DBs, the DBs can do it just as good as the receivers. Like you got the DBs doing the drills on air. Like it's at least it's drills, but like the linemen going through the pads. I just don't see how you see that and someone's stock goes up or down. I don't. Yeah. Specific things like that.
Yeah, I've seen all these people. You probably seen it from past combines where they run a 40-yard, 40 time. Like I remember DK Metcalf, and they start crying because they think that's about to change their life. Like the film is the film. We saw what you did on tape.
Like, you know what it is, unless it's like unless someone like looks like they played at a smaller school or it was bad comp.
Yeah.
And they look like they got breakaway speed, and then they come in there and run like a 4.6 or 7, and they're like a receiver or running back. That's the only way. But like, you really know what you're looking for. Like, the only time I ever really care is like when the dude from Texas breaks the record. He ran a 4.22, but everyone already knew he was a deep threat.
Yeah.
So it's just like everyone knew he was fast.
Yeah, he weighed 165. Like.
Oh my gosh!
I know John Ross.
Oh my gosh!
John Ross. They said he weighed 188 when he ran 4.22. And
Xavier Worthy
ran 165 and ran 4.21. Like so, he
run into.
He better be fast. Shoot.
Imagine he ran like a slant into like or a deep post in the prime Cam Chancellor at 165. They ain't sending him over the middle. He's only running goes.
He'll get sent to the gulag.
Now they run him. If they run him on like a jet sweep and like Jalen Ramsey or someone catch him on the out.
Might. What do you mean, might? Oh boy, this thing started lagging. Hey Rob, you there?
No.
Screen froze.
Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no.
We're back.
All right, we're back. You say
Scott is in purgatory right now. We
it's
apologize.
Scott just packed it up for the whole one. That was it.
Scott had to finish some homework. But the combine. I mean, if you have the pro day, like, what's the point of doing it twice? I don't understand.
Combine is washed, bro. And I swear they be doing like the pro day is always like that's where everyone's like Zach Wilson's pro day. Like that's what they end up drafting people off anyways, bro.
I remember when they made all these fake narratives about Justin Fields, like how he doesn't love the game, so they could pick Zach Wilson. Like what? What?
They gonna pick who they want to pick. Exactly. Like I feel like if they really wanted, there would be like more all-star games and stuff at the end of the season that players would play in, and you'd really see. Like I think the senior day is like the best actual event in terms of like scouting players because you see the one-on-one drills and stuff. There's real comp, there's real situations, but obviously not everyone's going to be there. So it's just like, at that point, it's just until they could get something like that where you really like, I would tune into the combine if I was going to see Marvin Harrison and whoever top DB running ones, but he's running routes on air. Like I could go make a one-hander outside right now on the sideline with nobody guarding me.
I literally made 15 of those today where I just
you go do it. Especially you give me some of those gloves. Like
exactly. Like I think one thing they should do, if they're really serious, they should just start doing it with pads on. Full helmet and pads.
To do it with pads.
Let's see how this stuff really translates. Because you could do it in tights and in a track uniform, like, but putting on pads and being able to throw the ball, being able to catch, having the same vision, just having the same agility. That's more important than because you're not playing rugby. Like it's a you have pads. Like when are you ever gonna be playing in tights? So
like it's like the NBA. Like they don't make a big deal out of the combine. Your combine numbers aren't tanking your draft stock. It's those individual workouts and what you did on tape. Like it's the teams will know. And like in the NBA individual workouts, they be playing. Like they be hooping against each other. I don't know why they don't do that in football. Like that's why I feel like have your tackle you want, get some reps against a D lineman and see if he's really about that. Like someone who's going to actually play in the NFL. You're trying to draft somebody like, but that's just my 2 cents on it. Yeah, who we thinking is going? Where are they trading Justin Fields? Because they're obviously picking Caleb Williams. So where are they trading Fields?
I thought they would have traded him already. I'm not even.
We gotta talk about him and Russ. We gotta talk about where Russ is gonna sign because I just saw he's making 39 M's no matter what. So stars, let me know first where you think Fields is gonna go, then where you think Russ is gonna go. Then I'll let you know where I think they're going.
But let me pull up let me pull up the draft order real quick. All right. So Atlanta has 8. I mean, I would see Atlanta, but they might try to get Jay Daniels. I saw somebody even try to say they should get JJ McCarthy. But
ew.
Like JJ McCarthy, like he has good. I mean, he has a cannon and he's pretty athletic. But we just didn't see
I got no belief in that one.
We just didn't see it on like. I mean, the film is. I mean, he just handed the ball.
Yeah. But I feel like outside of Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, I think we're going to see a lot of busts. I got a secret belief that Spencer Rattler is going to be one of the best QBs in the draft class. I got to say that quietly, but
I honestly think he could be too. I think he just needs the right coaches, but all of them need the right coaches.
He'll get the time to develop. He won't get shoved right into the lineup like a couple of them will.
Yeah.
Imagine like he somehow ended on KC or something crazy, or like not even KC because Mahomes gonna play forever, but a team with like an older QB they could teach him the ropes.
If they could get
like give him like a year or two, like a Cowboys or something like that. Yeah. I do like Fields to Atlanta though. Also, what was the other team?
If they could just
who was the other team?
They could be contenders. Wait, you talking about for Justin Fields?
I heard one. It was one other place. I forgot where it was. I was hearing Fields, Atlanta. I heard Russ to a whole bunch of places. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the other one I heard was Minnesota because I heard they might be moving on from Kirk.
Cousins. Where do you think Kirk Cousins would go?
I got no idea. He could be. I feel like he also just like he'd go to a bad team and then just make them like a wild card team. I could see him on like Vegas or something. You know what I mean? Like it's a team with pieces. He could go to Denver if they wanted him. Like it's something like that. Tennessee, places like that. Just raise the floor, but not raise the ceiling.
Denver. I wonder if they're gonna trade up to get a quarterback. I don't know if they like any of the
Fields.
I don't know if they like any of the
Fields
that much.
Fields the Pittsburgh was the other crazy one I was hearing.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should do that, but they said they were building around Kenny Pickett, which makes literally.
Yeah, I heard they were still like Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph are our guys. I was hearing that. I'd love to hear that personally. I wish we had Scott in here to hear what he would have to say about that. But we can talk to him next time. But
that would have gone viral if Scott was in here talking about the Steelers. But
Kenneth Pickett, Kenny Two Glove.
Their whole organization, they just stuck like there's purgatory and then there's what they are. Like they're just stuck. They've been stuck.
Mike Tomlin will never get enough credit for the miracles he's worked for that organization. He'll never get enough credit.
And those offenses are.
He'll never get enough credit, bro. They went 10-7 and made the playoffs this year with Kenny Pickett.
I honestly think they might need a new coach, not because Mike Tomlin's not good, because he obviously is, because these rosters are horrible, just because they need something to change the energy of the franchise. Like they gotta do a clean sweep. The culture is literally, we went 9-8. Congrats! Like we won the championship. Let's hang up our banner. Has been there for the past like 7 years. So I think maybe getting a new coach would be. They might be trash the first year or two, but at least they could get a quarterback or something. Like they
just been in the same loop ever since that person with AB went crazy. Ever since that regular season game where the dude fumbled, but he ain't really fumbled. What was it? They were playing the Patriots. Ever since that moment, it's been.
Who was that? Jesse James or somebody?
Yeah, because they were loaded and they had Le'Veon Bell was still good. Ever since then, everything just started to fall apart, bro. Then losing to the Jags in the playoffs. Yeah, ever since that was supposed to be their year, and they lost to the Jags in the playoffs.
Yeah, tough.
I've also heard the Russell Wilson discourse to Pitt for real.
I've heard people saying that, but I don't even like who would want him. Who do you think would want Russell Wilson?
I think he'll be on a team because he could play for free. He's gonna make a max deal anyway. Like he could go play for the vet men. Someone might just bring him in as comp. Like he's chilling. He could go play for KC.
Honestly,
he could be back.
Well, I don't know if the Bears will do this, but if they traded Justin Fields,
draft Caleb, and then
for like
the fans would be so sick.
Oh, they would.
But still draft Caleb?
Yeah, still get Caleb.
Oh, okay.
Caleb Williams, sit him down. If Russell Wilson is trash through like 10 games, just put in. I don't know how well that will work.
Is that who you really want Caleb Williams learning from, though? I feel like he's already backyard QB enough. Do you want him listening from learning from Mr. Unlimited? Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, bro. I don't know what Russ is gonna do. I feel bad for bro. He was playing alright at the end of last year, but
he was.
I don't know where he's going.
Stats, but hey, he was stats. He was getting the stats.
He go to like the Colts. Well, I guess AR is coming back. I forgot about Richardson. It ain't nowhere to go. I feel like you either just go to a garbage team or someone's already got a quarterback. Like it's just.
I mean,
like New England won't want them because they're gonna draft a QB.
Oh, the Giants,
like Pittsburgh's.
The Giants got to get rid of Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, like he is just not.
They went all in. They paid, bro.
He is just not. I don't care. He is not good. He is not.
He's not. I don't know why they gave him that money.
The sad part is Trevor Lawrence about to get like 250 for
Oh,
being
he's
mediocre.
not good either.
He's
Oh, yeah,
Brock
he's not
Purdy's
that guy
better.
either.
Brock Purdy's better than Trevor Lawrence. I've been saying this for a minute. Like,
I'm gonna finally be able to get all my Herbert agendas off now that he's got a real coach. I'm gonna finally be able to get my agenda as well.
who do you think they're gonna get? Because they're at 5 right now. The Cardinals are at 4.
They gotta go receiver because they got rid of Mike Williams, didn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking they either go Brock Bowers or like Malik Neighbors or something.
They going somebody. What the world doesn't want to see is them somehow get Marvin Harrison. That's what the world doesn't want to see.
That happened.
Like,
what are the
it'll be over.
Too?
Oh no, Chargers aren't at they're not at 5. Because the Vikings got that pick, don't they?
No, the Chargers.
Oh no, I'm looking at a mock where they say the Chargers trade down. I don't know why they would do that. They're saying in this mock draft I'm looking at, they said the Vikings trade up for Drake May.
Huh?
This is some crazy. I think this is Mel Kiper.
Trey Lance. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, bro. Whoever made this is not cooking, bro. Assuming that, wait, who's QB in Washington right now? He could go too. Yeah, I mean they got to draft a QB. If I were them,
he's putting up numbers for my fantasy team. I'm not gonna lie, he carried me a couple weeks.
He's not like that, bro.
No, he's not. He either put up 30 or 6.
If Marvin Harrison drops to 5, we're gonna see the reincarnation of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. That's all I'm gonna say. Marvin Harrison, Keenan Allen, and Herbert in one offense.
Oh God!
Greatest show on turf. Greatest show on turf. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that could be scary.
But then if he's not there, I mean, just draft like Brock Bowers. What'd you say?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Brock Bowers, or even
like that would be just as good.
Neighbors is a good prospect.
Yeah, get any of them. They're going receiver.
Yeah, I think
for surely.
This is a good receiver class. Like even Keon.
I was just telling someone that, bro. I was like, the receivers are the prize this year. I haven't seen a lot of great running backs, and the QBs is iffy.
Yeah, I know most of the picks in the like top 15 are probably gonna be offense. So,
and a lot of them go like, how you feel about Drake May? I saw it like, where are we at with the QBs after Caleb Williams? I like Jaden Daniels. I think that's about it though for me after those two. And I told you about Spencer Rattler.
Caleb Williams, Drake May. I mean, it's hard to. I don't even know who to compare him to. Like I see people talking about Herbert, but like when Herbert was in college, I didn't see it either. But I mean, I knew he had an arm, but like I didn't know he would just be that good immediately. But Drake May, I mean, he has all the tools. Obviously, I mean, he made some of the silliest plays I've ever seen. But
so did Herbert in college too,
like,
low key.
Like Josh Allen, if you watch Josh Allen,
he'd be like, this is the XFL. Oh
like,
yeah,
this is the XFL. This isn't real. This is not real. But I mean, it really just depends on the system. Like
you probably just need the coaching. Yeah, like you just need the right dude telling them what to do.
Like that's where the Panthers failed. They had no weapons and no coaching.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on out there. I ain't gonna lie. That is insane.
Yeah, that is
poor Bryce Young. They gonna pick up like Gabe Davis this offseason and be like, "We got you, bro." That's gonna be their main pickup, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rough for dude. It's gonna be really rough for dude. Well, I can see Drake May going too. They fired him. It used to be right. They had an interim. Did they even hire a new guy? I don't think they hired no one.
They might as well just not have a coach. I know they messed up the McCaffrey thing. That was a disaster.
Dave Canales.
Hey, I guess.
Who?
I'm praying for, bro.
He used to coach. Yeah, hey, cook goat. Cook goat.
Good luck. Yeah,
I can see Drake May going to the Commanders though. I can see that like 1-2, and then like Daniels in New England.
Jaden Daniels in New England. We not rocking with Mac Jones. No, McCorkle Jones.
I just saw him throwing no look passes. He needs to retire. It's over, buddy.
He needs to
It's
go into
over.
investment banking. That's what you're thinking.
Yes, he needs to put that Alabama degree to work. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
But that line up for the Giants to take McCarthy low key. I feel like that's just the Daniel Jones clone though. That's just me though. That's just me.
I didn't think that. That is good. I think that is an accurate comparison. I said
That's
maybe
just
Trubisky with maybe a little stronger arm.
that's just Daniel Jones with swag, bro, and
Daniel Jones
IG
with money.
clout. That's Daniel Jones with a bad girlfriend, bro. That's it.
Well, I didn't even see his girlfriend. Hey,
That's all he is, bro. Daniel Jones with a little bit of sauce.
where do you see
I'm low key praying for this Harrison at 4, that 5 agenda now. I need to see Marvin Harrison to go to the Chargers.
Yeah.
I just need it.
That would be, oh God, oh my God.
I just need it.
Oh my gosh, that would be. Whew.
Telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
That would be nasty. I think every contender, well, not every contender, but like the Bills, the Chiefs, not the Ravens, but the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Browns could definitely use a receiver because we like Amari Cooper. He's a year older. Elijah Moore, like he had that health scare. I was at that game. That was crazy. So
I was supposed to be at that game. I sold, sadly.
Yeah, you did. You definitely.
Sadly.
You definitely.
I did sell, but it's all right.
If the Bills could get like an AD Mitchell or somebody like that to replace Gabe Davis, or maybe even a Keon Coleman or McConkey or something.
I know Roman Wilson was the name, kind of, but the Browns don't got no first round picks, so I know they were talking about like late round guys.
Yeah. I think our pick is 55. Yeah. So
I can see them trying to trade up. Maybe. I mean, if there was a year to like be aggressive and do it, I would, if you wanted to trade up. I mean, you could get a guy like Roman Wilson in the second or third round, but
I think
it's just, will they make an impact? You got to see. You got to be, if you believe in the depth, there's a lot of depth this year. But if you want to really make a splash and like have a receiver to play with Deshaun Watson the next couple of years, then you can see him make a move and try to get someone in round 1. Anyway, hey, believe in 4. Believe in 4, bro.
You got trust in 4.
Believe in him. Believe big trust. Believe in 4. Believe in 4.
I got trust in Nick Chubb. That's on the offensive side. That's about it.
I mean, I got trust in Nick Chubb, but is he even gonna play week 1?
It doesn't matter. Whenever he comes back, I know he'll be.
They talking about getting rid of him, man. I've been seeing a lot of talk like that they might not bring him back.
If we get rid of him, we'll have no identity on offense.
The fan base is gonna like that. Would be one of the most diabolical days to open up the X app, formerly known as Twitter.
I guarantee you, the app that Elon ruined. But that's not here.
That would be a bad day to open up X if the Browns let Nick Chubb go to like free agency and then he signs with a contender. And then you find out that he is AP and he's 100% healthy.
And then you find out he signs with the Chiefs, and then
there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. And the Chiefs traded up into the first round and they got Roman Odunze somehow. Now they got the triplets. They are going to win the next 3 rings.
Speaking of the Chiefs, I heard people talking about them getting Odell or Mike Evans.
Who wants Odell in 2025? A football season that will go into the year 2025. I mean, solid player.
They're talking about expanding to 18 games, too.
Yeah, he going to play about 10? What you mean?
8.
Yeah, bro. Nah, 18 games is crazy. What do they need the extra weeks for? I know they're just trying to make bread, but still, like
they get an extra week.
We just gonna see players not playing.
They need an extra bye.
It's about to. I'm telling you, they're gonna keep adding the weeks. The quarterbacks are gonna start playing 2-hand touch here soon, or the quarterbacks are gonna have 2 flags on. Like, there's no way they're gonna be able to make it 18 weeks. The game's too physical. That, and we're gonna see it keep deviating from what we want to do.
That's when they said when they changed it from 12 to 14 and 14 to 16 and 16 to 17. Hey, we've all seen the memes. We've all seen the fall off the bone ribs. We've seen my CTE acted up.
Yo, bro. Bro. I need them to do it just so I can see all those jokes on Twitter. talking about They like Saquon Barkley in week 18.
Little do they know they already have a week 18, and they're like that by week 10.
Bro, yeah, I don't know how they keep doing it.
If we can add 7-game series to the NFL, I think that'll be.
And then like they're about to be the players in college are gonna start playing these long seasons. Yeah, they trying to get up to like a 16-game playoff. Like it's just the football players are gonna be cooked. Yeah. They're gonna be cooked. No one's gonna be having careers past year 8 except quarterbacks. Like it's gonna be fried.
Besides kickers,
kickers, quarterbacks, and then like DBs that don't tackle and receivers. But that's all anyone really wants to see now anyway. It'll turn into a 7-on-7 game eventually. Like, yeah. I don't know.
I feel bad. The linemen, like they're literally
running backs are cooked. Like running backs will be cooked.
Running backs.
If you play a 4-year college career on like a Alabama and you play that 12-man team playoff every year, you're not getting a contract past your rookie contract. You could be Nicholas Jamal Chubb mixed with Derrick Henry. They're gonna be like, you're cooked. Too many miles. They're gonna be like, you're done, bro. We're just drafting somebody else.
Yeah, they're just gonna get a Pacheco in the 7th round.
Like, hey, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if you are a young kid out there watching this,
just play quarterback, bro.
Just be a quarterback.
Matter of fact, bro, just don't play football. Go play baseball. And if you can't swing a bat, go hoop. Or like
you can't Project Mbappe.
Mbappe, bro, yo, broski.
Speaking of soccer, we got to talk about a little bit of soccer. We saw Paul Pogba get absolutely packed up, 4-year suspension.
What did he do? I thought he was already washed.
Performing enhancing drugs.
It's Jover, buddy. Come to the MLS in 4 years, pal.
Yeah, I think
come play with Messi.
Like all FIFA.
Or was he already? Who does he even play for? Is he still on like a good circuit? Was he still playing in Europe? So he was on Juventus still. It looks like he's on Juventus. So he was still whatchamacallit. Yeah, Serie A side. It's still like main over there.
He's 30. He's cooked.
Yeah, we'll see him in the MLS in a couple of years. There it is.
MLS is
or we'll see him on Al Nassr with with Ronaldo and the Undertaker and
Bro, they beat Messi's team by like 8.
That's crazy, bro. Wait, Ronaldo and Messi's teams played?
They played in a friendly. Ronaldo wasn't even playing.
Oh, I'm not trying to hear about no friendly, bro. I'm not trying to hear about none of that. I know they was on Twitter like Ronaldo's team. He's still at this age. He's playing more comp. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Yeah. I'm not trying to hear it, bro.
I saw Mbappe. You see that dinner he had? He had a dinner with like the people with Saudi Arabia. I don't know if it was president of somebody was in Saudi. Somebody had something to do with the Middle East with a bunch of money. Yeah,
But people was talking down bad on his contract, but like, he's like one of the richest athletes in the world. Like, I know his endorsements is probably crazy, and I know.
You talking about not accepting that or the contract from the Saudi team?
No, like, yeah, he didn't. But his contract with Madrid, like, he's getting his money deferred or something. Like, his per year is like $5 million, but like. Yeah. He still signed like $100 million deal or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was something along those lines. They were like, he could have signed for more money. But like Mbappe's probably making a gajillion dollars off every sponsorship. Like that's literally like he's him.
Yeah, his contract now is so crazy that he actually owns part of PSG.
Yeah, like this dude's not hurting for
And he's
bread.
like,
Like I think he took the pay cut because he wants to win games.
what is he? What is he? 24 now? Literally
I don't even know. Like,
having ownership of the team.
these soccer and baseball players got it figured out. I don't know how, but
Shoot,
I need
basketball
that
too.
Shohei Ohtani money.
We got Tobias Harris
Yeah,
making 200 million.
that is crazy, bro. You know I don't like Tobias Harris, bro. That's for another day. I got one more thing we should touch on real quick. College football dropping back since we were talking about the combine a little bit. What you rocking with on the game? You think it's going to be good, or you think it's going to just be? It's not going to be the same. Is it going to just be like Madden but with college teams?
I mean, we'll see what they do with the NIL stuff. Like, I think that'll be. It depends on how random they make the NIL stuff. Like, oh, so and so didn't accept your offer because he got $5 billion
Oh,
from Alabama.
have you seen the TikToks? Dude be like, when my 5-star wide receiver hits the portal for a Hellcat and a couple baddies. If I'm getting messages like that, that'll be the greatest game of all time, bro. But
Yeah.
hopefully they can keep the prestige. Like NCAA low key used to always be like a better game than Madden, so hopefully like they keep them feeling separate. It used to always be more fun, at least. Like Madden was the more realistic sim game.
Yeah.
NCAA was always a lot more fun, like a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. So hopefully they could.
People didn't get into video games to be realistic. They started playing video games so they could escape reality.
So, I'm trying to have an ESPN classic with bro where it's like 57-52 and we played in the triple overtime and all that, bro. Like I'm don't make the game super.
I'm trying to take.
Don't make it whack.
I'm trying to make FAMU.
Yeah,
we're about to be playing in the SEC championship in 3 years.
I'm trying to take James Madison to, you know what I'm saying, like to the Big Ten. Like that's what we trying to do.
To the NFL.
All right, bro. Yeah, I'm about to have to get up out of here on that note, bro. He's got it. 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 Wrap it up.
We're taking Baldwin Wallace to the college football playoff. You heard it here first.
Wrap it up, bro. He's talking out of his neck.
But yeah, that'll do it for this episode.
Pray for Scott in the comments. If you made it this far, type pray for Scott somewhere.
Scott got picked up today. I'm gonna have
the black SUV.
I'm gonna have to clip that because that was hilarious. Follow us on our Instagram. We just created it. You know Ball Sports. Follow us on TikTok at. Let me pull it up real quick. Follow us on TikTok at YouKnowBall_sports. Somebody, I don't know who took the username before, but yeah, shout out to them, I guess. I don't know. But follow us on those. We will be posting more soon. Trying to get more consistent. We're in school right now, so it's kind of tough, but we're trying our best. But that'll do it for this episode. Until next time. Peace.